Okay, gents, 2 minutes before quali starts. There's no real issues really on this track. Just want to say again, just to avoid the weather from last year, we won't be changing any settings as it is now when quali starts. If it's raining during quali and the track starts at 2 or 3%, it continues like that. And have a safe race. Look out for the first corner. It's a long race. Any questions from you guys? You all ready? Damage is light.
I think there's one line near the bridge just before the final chicane. That line there, to respect that line as well.
Okay, but we'll just watch that during quali.
Coming out of the corner, right underneath the bridge. So not to go wide as in four wheels over that line.
Oh, to take that.
Yeah, on the left. On the left, yeah.
There's a line there, so just to respect that line as well.
Yeah, it's a solid
The
one.
last sector.
Yeah,
It's the last bridge. As you come underneath the last bridge before you get the final chicane, there's a line.
Before the pits. Great, guys, enjoy it and have a good race.
Hello, cool. Hello and welcome to the final race of DGL 2014 Gran Turismo 6 League. It's all come down to this twin ring Motegi. It's the full track. I'll be joined very shortly by my companion, Mr. Motegi. Jonathan, how excited are you for this final race?
Oh man, I tell you what, I'm actually itching right now. You know, this is the final race. Seems like there's going to be two big battles. One for first between David and Caddy, and then there's going to be a fight for the final podium spot between Nate, Charles, and Jason. There's only 2 points separating the three of them, so this could be really interesting.
This is going to be very interesting. I can't tell you how excited I am. Fortunately, we do only have 8 drivers. We have 7 on track now, and I think who are we waiting for now? It's just should just be
Warming up some
Leslie, I believe. He's actually feeling quietly confident before this, leading up to this race. I think he might just bring a surprise there. He might throw a spanner in the works for the top 3 elect, which includes Nate, Jason, and Charles fighting for that last PlayStation 4.
David, risking on the racing line.
Yeah, we are currently in practice, so you've joined us before qualifying's even started, which is first time we've been on time, eh? Yeah, and this one's being streamed live as well, so hello to everyone out there watching. Let's run ourselves through the regulations for this race. We got about 51 laps, so it's going to be about an hour and a half. Drivers are going to be scoring about 1.5 times the usual amount of points, which is awesome as well. So I mean, this is going to throw, like we were saying earlier, it's going to throw a big spanner in the works. It's going to mix things up completely. So here we go. Qualifying starting in 20 minutes. There's tuning allowed on these cars, which is the first time that's been the case in these championships. So I mean, different strategies come into play, different pit strategies, different tuning, different setups, and obviously this is weather allowed as well, weather and time. So
time progression.
Yeah, so due to the weather, certain drivers have set their cars up in different ways to compensate for rain, for dry weather. Again, just a reminder on our qualifying procedure, it's qualify alone, so when we drive with one driver, we're not going to see other ones going around the track, but they're not going to affect the performance of each driver either. As there we go, 10 minutes of qualifying for the final race at DGL 2014 is go.
Let's take you on board with David Peetham, just to show you around what's happening on the track.
As he exits the last corner onto the main straight, starting, and they'll go straight into a flying lap. So this is the best time to drive on board, see what a lap around this track is like. Quite a popular Japanese track, so we're back in Italy once again for the finals. Obviously, our first event 2 nights ago was at Tsukuba.
30 laps battle.
30 lap battle. I think it was a 30 lap battle. Yeah. In those front wheel drive Scirocco Cup cars. So we are now in 1,000 and something brake horsepower monster. I think with the hybrid system, I think it is. Yeah, it's a hybrid, like we're mentioning now. If you look to the bottom left of the screen, you see now it's charging as he brakes, as he enters the braking zone. Yeah, the little what you call it, the little figure. Yeah, on the top bottom left, you see as he brakes his Curves battery will, his hybrid battery will recharge and it'll obviously reharvest that power. So there's a bit of boost in play here. There's a lot of variables on this car. So, I mean, drivers are going to be driving. It's going to be very different to see the different types of different driving styles, the different setups come out. There's a lot to do to prepare for this race. So the winner really is deserved of, especially with the likes of Peetham and Caddy fighting for the title today. The winner is really going to be deserved of that DGL crown. Oh, taking a lot of curb into that last corner there. See what lap time Peetham can get in here as a banker. He's done a 138.2, which puts him on pole, provisional pole obviously. We've got Caddy followed close by. Let's have a look see what Caddy's doing at the moment. He's done a 138.3, so 110 separating the champions elect. 2 minutes into qualifying. Let's hope that they can stay this close to one another throughout the rest of the race. This is going to be immensely exciting, yeah. Yeah. Ooh, Caddy getting a bit of
using all of the road.
All of the road there, and then some as well. And again, the battle for third. Let's keep an eye on that. We've got Charles currently on top, ahead of Nate, with Jason obviously botching his first flying lap. He's still got 7.5 minutes to get in a proper lap, salvage some points. I think what we can do is run ourselves through the order at the moment, and
we have Peetham first with 82.5 points. Gary in second with 75. We have Jason with 48 in third. Fourth, Charles with 47, sorry, not 46. Then we have Nate's. We have Nate's with 46, 1 point behind. We have Leslie with 34. Speedster at 28. Then we have Drizzt in last with 20 points. He's obviously here to have some fun.
And unfortunately, we have been. We've lost a couple of drivers in Justin and Doopy. I think we explained that in the previous race. Bit of a controversial moment last night, and well, they've used that as an excuse not to come back today, which is really unfortunate not to see.
Well, it looks like Jason has taken him late.
There we go.
In one spot.
Jason putting down a
39.1. Oh, it's about half a second quicker than Nate so far.
See Leslie down in 7th. Leslie did tell me that he's set up his car for the wet weather. So he is hoping for rain. The likes of Caddy are not hoping for rain. It's going to hurt them. Oh, Peetham, there we go. Peetham up into first with a 137.9. Look at that. There's 0.019 separating Caddy
barely
and Peetham.
200ths of a second. That's how close these two
That's
drivers
how
really
close they are. And they're fighting for the championship today. It's come down to the point where whoever wins this race is taking home that DGL title.
Yeah.
And that's $6,000 and that PlayStation 4 as well, which is of course the prize breakdown for these championships.
And for the third spot on the podium, we've got Turbo Charles, Nate, and Jason fighting for contention. But it seems
they've been
that
there. Yeah.
Jason is about half a second, actually 6/10 off Turbo Charles.
Yeah, and look there, Steve, Mr. Drizzt ZA, has managed to spoil the party a little bit for them. He's in 4th at the moment. I know Steve is a specialist in these LMP cars, and of course a tuning specialist as well. So I mean, expect him to pull off some surprises in this race. He really has had a dismal championship leading up to now. He's currently sitting last out of the remaining drivers in the championship, and so again, poor old Steve's at a poor DGL as they fly down the main straight there. As we go throughout the race, the lighting is going to change as we head into the night, as we head into the morning, sunset. That really is the beauty of this race, not just with the time variable, but the weather variable. So we could see a bit of rain, and let's hope. Steve gets a bit sideways to turn 3 there. This portion of the track might be familiar to a lot of Gran Turismo drivers a couple of years ago. Obviously, this part of the track was used in the Motegi East course, which we all gave our time and effort to in pursuit of the GT Academy final spots, which were only given to about 25 drivers. One of which was the man sitting right next to me, Mr. Jonathan, who actually finished second on the podium in GT Academy South Africa. So we have a bit of a specialist here today.
All I can tell you is that I remember the qualifying stages for this Motegi East GT Academy. It was in the Nissan 370Z.
Yeah, 370Z.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think the top 20 drivers were separated by a tad over a second.
Insane, yeah.
Maybe not even somewhere around there.
Not even a second, yeah.
Not even a second.
Just a reminder, if you do hear sporadic bursts of applause and whatever else comes out of these people, we are sitting underneath the dome right now in the Telkom DGL room, graced by the company of some of South Africa's best professional gamers. So I think it's reaching the end of the...
Oh, and Nate with a cracking lap.
Oh, there we go.
Third place with a 38.2.
It's just a mere 7 tenths off Peetham, who puts in a 37.5.
Real cracker.
3 tenths
Shal
ahead.
with another personal best, 3 tenths off Nate. Leslie also with a personal best, 38.6, and he's sitting in 6th. Okay, so we've got... Who else is missing in the bunch? Jason, down in 7th. Looks like he's struggling to get into his rhythm there.
Yeah. And he's putting his PlayStation 4 on the line here. So we expect better from Jason so far. I'm sure he'll come to the party throughout the race. Speedster, I think, might even spring a surprise. He's quite a consistent driver. I think he's going to be hoping for some wet weather, if I remember from my conversation with him earlier. Yep. There we go. 5 drivers putting in their best laps so far. We've got 2 minutes left for qualifying. Let's ride on board with the caddy, see if he's got anything up the bag. If he can count this, and he comes across down the back straight here. Let's see if this. I think this is going to be his last shot. No, you'll have one shot after this, so you have a go at Peetham. But is it going to be enough? Is he going to have enough in the bag to get pole position ahead of his teammates? It's a long race though, an hour and a half, so he's got plenty of time. Qualifying isn't too important, considering we have 1.5 hours and anything can happen in that time. But
38.
37, so he's not gone well enough yet. Will he have enough time for one more lap though?
And Jason takes 5th.
There we go, Jason getting much better lap from Jason with 138.5. 2 tenths of Charles, who is a tenth of Nate. So that battle for third is harding up. Yeah, they all seem to be doing similar times, which is fantastic. Fantastic. There we go. Let's see if Peetham can improve in this lap. I'm not sure if Caddy's gone around with enough time to complete this lap.
I think he might be a bit short there.
So unless we see anything else, I'm not sure what the other drivers are doing. Doesn't seem like will he have enough time?
David might have enough time.
Yeah, it does look like David's going to have enough time to finish a lap here. So we'll see how is he currently doing.
No, he won't.
I think he will.
No, he won't.
Oh, you're right. He's not going to have enough.
Just try.
Just shy. So David's done his laps. I think that's probably the same case for Caddy as well.
And everybody else actually.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at the sector times in this last lap. David with a 20.4 in sector 3, which is the fastest so far.
That's done a purple, yeah. He's put in a purple on sector 3 there. I think he stopped out on track now, so he does realize that he's not going to cross the line in 5 seconds time. So there we have it. GTAS Peetham once again booking pole position at the most important part of the championship as well. He'll start on the front of the grid, followed by his teammate Caddy. Third, best of the rest, Nate in third, with Charles, followed by Jason, Drist, Leslie, and Speedster. And what a fight we have on our hands here. I cannot wait. And here we go. Once again, a final confirmation of the starting grid here. We've had a pretty epic championship so far, John. I think we're all pretty happy that it's gone down to the wire as opposed to one clear winner in which was usually David.
Yeah, so we've seen a whole host of different races and different drivers actually shining in the different parts of the races we've had. Yeah. So it's been interesting to see the different strategies that the drivers have been displaying here.
Yeah, and it looks like we look to our left and we see a lot of nervous faces. I see Mr. Let's ride on board with Nate. Let's ride on board with Caddy as we start heading down towards turn one. It's a right-hander. We're off for the final race of DGL 2014. Caddy, Peetham's got a fantastic shot. He's managed to stay ahead of Caddy. Nate's on the outside of Caddy. Oh, and Jason's gone a bit wide. Forced out a little bit by Turbo Shoal. And we all seem to have got through cleanly. Oh, there we are. Speedster and Leslie side by side down the straight in the back.
Oh, it looks like somebody's going on the inside. It looks like Nate's. Nate's has taken Caddy. Oh, he's stuck in the outside. Turbo Shoal.
Oh, there we go. Down the outside.
Turbo
Great view
Shoal
from
wanting
Turbo
a piece
Shoal.
of the action as well.
And Caddy's managed to get that place back. So early pressure from Nate on Caddy. Oh, and he's gone down the inside and he's taken Caddy.
Big dive by Turbo Shoal. He's side by side.
Side by side. So we go through the sweeping left-hander. Oh, there we go. Nate does manage to stay ahead. Will he take another dive up, Nate? Oh no, he doesn't. Shoal. Oh, there we go. All bottlenecked through the S's. Oh, riding on board. Nate's a bit of a squiggle. These are super powerful cars, which we have to add. So looking back at Jason. So I mean the finishing order now between these drivers is going to determine who gets that PlayStation 4 as well. So
that's right.
Wow, got some. It's a lot on the line in this race. Unfortunately, we do only have 8 drivers due to Doopy and Justin pulling out last night. But I think we have the best drivers we could have here today anyway. So this is what Nate's going through. Followed by Turbo Shoal. The GTS, Mr. Peetham has managed to pull out a bit of a gap at the lead there. Caddy really needs to step it up in the early part of the race. He spent a lot of the second half of last race trying to catch Peetham, but the vice way around. Yes, Caddy was the victor in the last race.
David was trying to catch Caddy for half the race, and I think he only the gap was 6 seconds in the end.
Yeah, it's 6.2. Kind of hovered around the 8 second area. So I think maybe Caddy probably slowed down on the line, but there we go. Caddy's still hunting down David. He's got a lot to do though. We have Nate. We followed him. We have Nate, who I believe is quietly confident in this Toyota. It's going to be very interesting to see how Shoal does, because Shoal, I know that Tosco team put a lot of effort on tuning, so he'll have a rocket under his foot there throughout the race. I'm pretty sure of that. And it's going to be very interesting to see how things develop if we have some rain. At the moment it could not be drier around Motegi at the moment. It does seem to be settling around the sunset mark at the moment. So track conditions are probably going to get a little cooler. The time is going to, as time goes on, we're going to get a bit darker as well. So expect the flashlights, the headlights to come on. This car,
flashlights, mate.
flashlights, pointing torches out there on the top of the steering wheels. Headlights maybe on top of the helmets. Peetham does seem to be stretching his legs now. We have a great battle here, though.
Leslie is on the attack now. He's got Steve on his sights.
Yeah, he'll get a bit of slip down the straight. Not close enough though. It's closely followed by Speedy, up in 8th, who's got a bit of a battle on his hands with Driz for this championship. Another two of the drivers. How many drivers do we have here? We have Peetham, Driz, and Speedy. The only 3 drivers that have been at every single championship. Well, seen every championship through. So there we go. The 3 stalwarts, and one of them is aiming to be 3 times champion, 3 years in a row. And wow, what a feat that would be. In fact, no one else has won the DGL apart from David Peetham since its GT6 inception, which is quite a feat. Well, it's quite a feat. Let's have a look. We got Jason still following Turbo Shoal. He seems to be closer to Turbo Shoal than Shoal is to Nate, although the gaps does seem pretty equal there. Nate's is struggling to hang on to Caddy though up front. We're on lap 3 at the moment of this 52 lap race, just under 5 minutes in. And Jonathan, how's the championship been for you so far?
It's been a bit of a mix, really. You know, my my predictions have been way off. If I'm honest, I don't know. Like I said earlier, we've had different drivers excelling at different tracks. You know, so it hasn't really been a clear, set of positions every race.
Yeah, which is great to see as well. I know we've had a couple of drivers who've been pretty poor, like Leslie at the Red Bull Ring. The race before, he was our man of the race. So at Bathurst, where you provided most of the entertainment there.
Yeah.
It's been a bit of an overtaking specialist, and let's see if he can put one of those overtaking maneuvers on Steve up here. He's right under Steve's gearbox. Probably not close enough to dive down the inside quite yet, but let's have a look, see what he can do as he heads under the bridge towards the S's. Again, very familiar sight to a lot of GT Academy participants a couple of years ago. And this car, well, guide us through the hybrid system on this car, John. give me those eyes. Well, tell us how the battery regenerates at least.
Okay, well, basically,
You put your foot on the brake and it regenerates.
oh, is that what happens? I thought you just
And Steve's gone wide.
wide.
Leslie's put himself. But he gets a bit of a slingshot out there. So
Okay, well,
Not quite yet
basically,
for
these
Leslie.
cars are actually petrol powered, not diesel, as you said earlier.
yeah,
And they've got a hybrid system which powers the rear wheels as well.
there we go. That delivers 400 brake horsepower.
400 brake horsepower, yep, that's right, from the battery itself, and it regenerates under braking.
Something's happened in the background.
If you have a look at the bottom left, there's a little battery meter that recharges under braking and obviously gets used up under power.
As we see, as Leslie dives into the braking zone, there we go, the battery regenerates. Reharvesting the battery now, and there it goes down. And that burst of power dissipates. I hope no scientists are listening to us, because, yeah. Jason is giving Turbo Shoal a hard time. It's incredible to see the fact that
Sounds like the Premier League final on that side.
I assume someone's just won a lot of money. Yes, like I was saying, it's incredible to see Charles, Nate, and Jason all separated by 2 points coming into this final race. So really, the finishing order of this race is going to determine where they finish in the championship, which is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And obviously we have our battle up front, where, Jason, Peetham still managing to pull away from Caddy at the moment, followed by Nate, who's seems to be pulling away from the best of the rest, really. Speedster's still chasing down Leslie. His main rival is Drizzt at the moment. So we'll have to calculate the points, provisional points, a bit later on. But not too much happening at the moment. Everyone seems to be following each other around. Oh, Jason getting a lot of curb there. As we ride on board with Drizzt, who's putting the pressure on Jason. I think Drizzt did qualify in 6th place, so he remains where he qualifies, where he qualified. But he does seem to be putting the pressure on Jason, who was putting the pressure on Charles a little bit earlier. So that seems to have been alleviated a little bit. Let's have a look at the live timing, see if we can pick anything there. Best lap of the race, last lap from Peetham, again stretching the gap by another 6/10 over his teammate Caddy. So he's come on strong when it matters the most, David, which he's done so many times in the past. Purple sectors in 1 and 2, which is in his last lap. He's done a 23.4 now. Let's see how Caddy can respond. Caddy's done his personal best in the last lap as well with a 37.9, though that was 6/10 slower. Behind him, Nate's. It does seem like the field is spreading out. It is separating themselves a little bit this time, with Charles putting in a 38.7, 38.6 from Steve. So he does seem to be faster at the moment than Jason. Let's see if he can put a move on Jason as he goes into it. But everyone seems to be in their rhythm now. Let's have a look at their tyre degradation, see how far and that's not bad at all. We've got 10-10 on either side there. The fuel usage is going to come into play big time this race, so we might be looking at 2 to 3 stop strategies during the race. We're going to carry on starting lap 7 as we plunge into turn 1. It's getting a little bit darker there, Jonathan.
Seems like it is, yeah.
Yeah.
I think, what is the time of the game right now? It's currently 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Sun sets around what, 6?
Yeah, around 6, or whenever it does in Japan. I'm assuming it's a universal 6.
So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting once it gets dark.
Yeah.
I just hope it rains.
Yeah, look at those clouds in the background. Well, not too much going on in the background. We don't have the most exciting stream quality, unfortunately, but still enough to look at as we go through the S's with Jason. Still clinging onto the back of Charles, though Nate seems to be pulling away from them all. So Nate's on course at the moment for that third PlayStation 4, and I believe it was $1.5 grand of cash as well. Caddy on course for his $3 grand of cash and his PlayStation 4. He flew out here with the sole intention of picking up a PlayStation 4, which is obviously awarded to the top 3 in the championship. Poor old Speedy's been left behind a little bit here by Leslie. Hasn't been able to keep up with the pace of the midfield here at Motegi. But as we ride on board with Jason, it's been a bit of an interesting season this year, Jonathan. What have you made of it? Made of the community as a whole? Without even watching the races, there seems to be a lot of negativity that's creeped in this year with Gran Turismo 6, and a lot of drivers moving over to the Assetto Corsa franchise as well. I know you've played Assetto Corsa. Do you think that's the future of South African sim racing?
You know what? I think people are looking for a change. You know, the Gran Turismo series has been great to us all. I think it's really spawned some great drivers, and we've made some awesome friends. But you know, it's always good to have competition. You know.
Yeah.
And I think that with the addition of Assetto Corsa, Project Cars is coming out now as well. I think with the addition of those games, it's really going to be. We're going to see a new era of online motorsport, if I can call it.
For sure.
You know. So yeah, Gran Turismo has been great. I think it's
still relevant.
It's still relevant, no doubt. Still relevant.
I'm
But
sure we'll be here this time next year. Well, none of us will be. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, we'll certainly be back next year. No doubt about it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. As we follow Jason, he's being followed by Drist. I'm not sure if Drist seems to be closing the gap. Let's have a look at the lap timing again. Another fastest lap from David. The 37.3.
Oh, stop it, man.
Oh, stop. Caddy's the gap between himself and Caddy now 4.5 seconds after just 8 laps. So we're not even a fifth into the race, and he's pulled out 4.5 seconds. So Caddy's going to be. He's going to have to think of something soon if he to change his fortune, yeah, because it just doesn't seem like he's got the drive pace to match Peetham. That being said, his last lap was 3 milliseconds quicker than Jason. He's done a 37.617, which is 3 thousandths of a second faster. So he's not going to close a 4.5 second gap though. But a 37.3 from Mr. Peetham. 37.3.
So last lap, David and Katie lapped a 37.6.
Are you looking at that? He's still right on board with Jason. Let's have a look at just see how he's doing. See how he's doing. I wonder if he's getting any slip from following Jason here.
He's still too far out.
Yeah. We still have Charles, who seems to be, if my eyes don't deceive me, seems to be closing in slightly on Nate. So I'm not sure if tires probably aren't coming into play with it yet, into play yet, but the fuel usage will do soon. In fact, looking at the current fuel and the entire usage, I think a one stop probably be an option around Motegi. What do you think, John?
Well, you know what? Well, let's calculate here. 20, 40. Actually, I think you have a point. They'll certainly have enough fuel to do a one-stopper, but I'm not quite sure about the tyres. Although they do seem to be holding up.
Yeah, they do seem to holding. I think the fuel's going to run out before the tyres do. Obviously, the hybrid system is going to help the fuel, the fuel consumption on these hybrid Toyota TS030s. No battery power. As Charles flies into the braking zone, recharges his battery fully, and then uses it all up again on the exit of the corner under the bridge. Is it just me, or does it seem like we have more clouds, Jonathan?
Either. I think it's just getting late, mate.
It's going to get darker and wetter soon, hopefully, because driver seems to be in a rhythm at the moment, so not too much happening out there on track. October shall still.
Tell you what, if it does rain, it's going to throw off the one-stop strategy, I tell you that.
For sure. That one-stop strategy will go right out the window. I think this is where all the action is at the moment. We've got Driz following Jason under the start-finish line. I don't. His current position is not helping Jason at all in fifth. He's currently going to finish fifth in the championship. We've got a very strange situation here where the finishing order of this race will probably determine the top 5 directly.
Yeah.
So, which is, I can't remember a situation like that ever before. A whole year of racing, and it comes down to 52 laps of Motegi, which is something else. Right on board with David up at the front there. Clear air, fantastic lap times. He's got this race. He's bossing this race. He's bossing it out there really. Still no cloud cover. I think we're waiting for rain, aren't we, Jonathan? To spice up this race.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed. In fact, I hope it hails.
Putting on hail tires. The crew's going to have a bit of a problem there.
It seems like on the tighter hairpins, David seems to really rotate the car a lot.
He really does.
Yeah.
And I know he's got a bit of an issue with that now because his driving style lets you in a bit of one of David's secrets. He taps the handbrake button on a lot of corners. And I know he's currently using GTA's Milton's button setup. Well, he was at least in the last race. And I know Milton had his handbrake on a different button than GTA's Peatham usually had it, so he had a bit of an issue. And do you think maybe that's why he couldn't really catch up to Caddy in the last race?
Actually, now that you think about it, it's quite possible. Although there weren't any tight hairpins at Red Bull Ring.
Yeah, there weren't. It's a very flowing track. There's a little bit more, especially the second last corner around Motegi. That's where his handbrake usage will come into play, and it helped him a bit during the GT Academy time trials. In fact, his handbrake usage has helped him throughout his virtual racing career. Let's have a look, see where that button comes in. Doesn't use it here. No need to use it here as he goes under the bridge. Let's have a look from this vantage point. S you won't need it. This is hairpin coming up after now. Yeah.
It also comes down to how long you hold the button, because if you just give it a quick tap, the light won't even flash.
Yeah, that's true. For all we know, you could have tapped it there. Should we have one of us hover over him and see if he taps that button?
You're gonna ninja spy. Let me ninja spy.
Okay, John's going to ninja spy. See if David presses that button. It's as he starts a new lap. Oh, he doesn't start a new lap. We always get confused on that section. That's actually the start. This is the start-finish straight for the east course. We're obviously on the full course, so it's a bit longer. Sun seems to be setting a little bit now, as we about 20 minutes into the race, 12 laps in. We're about a quarter of the way through, as he starts a new lap now. He's managed to pull a big gap or back off, Caddy now, so it's gaps now up to 5.8 seconds. or 6.1 now as Caddy crosses the line, over a second slower than him. So Caddy must have made a little bit of an error in that last race. It's all happening in the background. Nate's gap has come down between Nate and Charles now. It's just sitting at 1.5 seconds. Jason putting in his personal best for 1:37.9, which is closing the gap on himself and Charles. So, these cars are fast enough to deceive you when you look at the gaps. It could be 100 meters up the road, though, fraction of a second ahead of you. Let's have a look at the other lap timing. So Jason seems to be one of the fastest men up on the track at the moment. Still have Charles following Nate. That seems to be creeping closer and closer to Nate. So Nate's, I know he was hoping for a bit of rain. He could probably do with some now. Drivers still opting to stay out of the pits. They are going to need to put for fuel at some stage. But at the moment, it's all square. Bang, another 37 from Petham. He starts lap 14. He's just stretching and stretching this gap over Caddy's. 6.9 at the moment. I don't know how Caddy is feeling at the moment. There's a bit of a squiggle there from Caddy. You did see on the radar. As we have Nate's piling in there. So let's have a look back from Nate. See Charles and Jason are doing behind him. Charles just hasn't managed to get close enough to take advantage of the slipstream, I don't think. He is closing in slowly but surely on Nate. And I know it's a shame his title bid has come to an end here, but he is fighting for that podium spot along with Jason and Nate. And it seems like he is the hungriest one of the three at the moment, lapping faster than the others. So he still has. He's getting closer and closer throughout the S's. See if Jonathan's managed to. No, he's chatting to someone from PlayStation. Mr. Popular, GT Academy's runner-up. Let's have a look back at from Turbo Shoal's point of view. He's getting closer and closer to Nate now. He's on corner exit. That hybrid power kicks in and sends you rocketing up down the straight. Probably use a bit of handbrake on that corner. I know we did in the academy days. Heading through the midsection of the course, heading towards back onto the main straight now. See what time Charles does here. As Nate puts in a 38.1, 4/10 again quicker from Charles. So he's getting closer and closer onto the back of Nate. And I think it's maybe in a couple of laps he'll be ready to make a maneuver on Nate. Let's have a look back down at Jason. He's still trying to keep up. Steve has managed to keep with Jason, though he hasn't got closer. And he's pointing at Coral Speed. He's struggling around in the back there. So John, did you inspect any handbrake usage there?
I saw no foul play at all. No handbrake usage.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to be driving appropriately, so nothing to report, I guess.
Well, there's no handbrake in this car in real life, so I'm glad that's not even coming into play. But got a message from Doopy. Doopy, man, you should be here. We're all mega disappointed in you. Really should be thrashing it around in these territories. In fact, Doopy did win a DGL race in an LMP car. I think it was his sole victory at Monza last year in the Audi. I think it was an R10 or something back in the day. And he bossed that race. No one could touch him. I he won quite comfortably. So why he didn't want to come back today and give it a shot in the LMPs again?
You know, he's a family man, so you know, he told me that his wife, you know, had a gun to his head, and he had to stay home with the kids, wife and kids. So, you know,
I'm not buying that for a second.
Unfortunately, he had to rearrange his priorities, you know. So, what can we say about that?
I'm not having any of that, but whatever. Send us more messages, Doopy. We'll have a go at you again. Well, we got your just another word for Padawan. I know you were calling Doopy your mentor yesterday, so you're no longer Jonathan's mentor, Doopy. How does that make you feel? Mega disappointing there, not seeing the two TVR drivers. What's your team called now? TVR, still. Yeah.
Yes. TVR.
TVR. TV racing.
Team
Television
Velocity,
racing.
Team Velocity Racing. That's my team.
That's your team.
We've been laying low though, you know, nothing much has been happening.
Nothing much been happening. Got drivers pulling out of the finals at Rage.
Hey, whoa, Doopy and Justin left long ago.
They left the team long ago.
They were solo, yeah.
Oh, they were solo.
They're solo.
Right. Good thing that's not relevant to DGL racing. See if anything's happening in the back here, we could really do with a bit more action from these men. We're looking to our right here. This John. He's got the funniest face on at the moment.
Inspecting. David seems alright. Caddy, bit of tongue action. Jason looking at us funny. And we've got Leslie concentrating hard. Then we have Steve in a snow sled. If I have a look over him, we have Speedy. Oh, there we go. We've got the Angry Man. The Angry Man show. He looks like he's out to kill somebody. I don't want to be anywhere near his space right now.
Well, here he is following Nate's. Still hasn't managed to get on the back of Nate's gearbox, so they're pretty much trading lap times as they have been throughout the beginning of this race. I don't know how, but we swapped seats here. Yeah, let's see if we can get a word with Johan, Mr. DGL. And here's a special interview. Johan, what have you made of DGL 2014 so far?
2014 was absolutely amazing. The level of competitiveness is insane. We are so pleased, and we just hope that the guys enjoyed it immensely. We surely look forward to 2015. As I said, this was most of the most exciting racing that I've seen, and you guys have done a stunning job. Brilliant.
You had much sleep over the weekend?
Sleep for what?
What is the sleep you're talking about? No, this year actually things ran so smoothly. The team, all of the guys that we had here, big thanks to the guys at Telkom. They did stunning work. I think the networks, everything, internet, and so it's absolutely sublime.
No hiccups.
Yeah, no hiccups at all. And we have a lot to thank you for, Johan. So have a great into race. It's only a few hours left, eh?
Brilliant, yeah, we're almost ready. Prize giving is going to be soon. We look forward to seeing you guys there. Look forward to seeing all of you in 2015. 2015 is going to be even bigger and better.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Seems like the guys in the background are sorting out their prizes at the moment.
Absolutely, there's a lot happening.
Well, let's hope for more action here, but thanks so much, Johan.
Thanks, guys. Take care. Cheers. Ciao.
Cool. Let's see. Oh, we have Charles, we have Jason posing in the back of Charles. So Jason seems to have stepped it up a little bit here. Let's have a look at the live timing again.
So it looks like Jason he's gained about 4/10 in the last lap on Turbo Charles. But he's still 2/10 down from Nate. So it seems that Turbo Charles is the one that made a mistake, it seems.
Yeah, it does. Not much of a mistake. They're still, the battle for third is still separated by about 2.5 seconds, which is, well, at least we have something to look at the moment. Caddy's still racing out there on his own. fairly boring race for him. Mr. Peetham GTA's Peetham has laid the hammer down. Lap 19 and he's 11 seconds faster than his teammate Caddy.
Yep.
He's really, and he's had an
His
issue.
pace is stunning. He's got some serious consistency.
Yeah. In the past, he hasn't been the greatest in these LMP cars. I know last year in the Peugeot and in the Audi, struggled a little bit, particularly against one driver. I won't name names.
Oh, wait, hang on. Are you implying yourself there?
I wouldn't do some shameless self plugs.
Yeah, sure.
No, I never do that.
Sure.
I never do that. Nate's still
It seems that the gap between these three drivers is actually shrinking a bit.
shrinking a little, isn't it? But Jonathan, do you think the dirty air from Nate's is preventing Charles from getting any closer? I'm not sure.
I don't know. Look, it's hard to tell. I still
Should
think
we ask one of them?
You know what?
Tap him on his shoulder.
It's still evident that both Charles and Jason are out of slip. So
Yeah.
they're all getting clean air.
Yeah. Let's have a look. This race is being streamed live.
A bit of a
top
cut
here.
there by Jason.
So a lot of the drivers taking full advantage of the curves on that last
Somebody
one.
remind him that it's not a rally car.
There we go.
Stadium lights on.
Stadium lights on. We're now 6 o'clock in Japan, so it's going to get darker and darker now. Cloud cover seems to be consistent at the moment. Not too much happening there. Jason has managed to put in some consistent laps here, so he's getting closer to Charles. Charles lost a little bit on Nate's in the last few laps.
Oh, would you look at that? All three drivers slapping the exact
That is
same time.
incredible.
36,
That is incredible.
38.6 for all three.
38.6. There's 300ths of a second separating those times there.
300ths of a second. Wow.
I think someone needs to make a mistake.
You know what that reminds me? That reminds me of GT Academy between Ashley Oldfield, Louis, and myself. Hayward. And myself. We lapped the
Give us some of your
Silverstone.
shameless plugging. You left the Silverstone?
We lapped the Silverstone Stowe circuit within 4/10 of each other. All three of us were in 4/10, so that was.
Well, this
that
is
was
400,
really-
so. So that's something else.
Yeah.
Fantastic experience there for you, Mr. Jonathan.
Sorry, not 4/10.
400.
400. There we go.
Look at that, that's more impressive.
Yeah, sorry. 400.
I was wondering why you told that story.
No, because it was we did a 60. I think it was a 60.4, 60.44, and then 60.45.
Jeez. Oh, here we go. We got action here. Right on board with Nate now. He's right up against Caddy.
Caddy made a mistake.
Caddy's made a mistake.
Nate's now with the opportunity with
Caddy.
slip.
As the lights come on, it's getting darker and darker on Motegi. Yes, we've got a bit of action on our hands here. Maybe Caddy's just got bored of chasing David and he's decided to have a bit of a scrap with the bottom feed.
In a million years.
That's a costly error from Caddy.
Because it looks, he's got a better. Oh, looks like Nate's had the better
Better line.
through there.
So the look from this angle. Jason seems to have dropped off a little bit. He's probably made a
Turbo
mistake.
Charles also in the mix.
Turbo Charles in the mix as well, like you're saying.
Battle for second. Charles, Nates, and Caddy.
Still, Caddy seems to still have the pace. So, I mean, there we go. I mean, Peetham's already started his new lap, and these guys haven't even got near the last corner yet. So, at least we have a bit of a chain here, but we're riding on board with Nate. I think seeing Caddy again has just given him a little bit of a distraction because we have Charles now who's managed to close the gap even further on Nate. You see more and more spotlights come on. It's going to get darker and darker around here. It's 6:30 in Japan. Not sure what time it really is in Japan, but it's 6:30 in our Japan here. The drivers take a lot of the curving there. Floodlights galore.
Caddy doing a bit of a weave.
last lap there from Caddy at 38.113, 0.02 of a second slower than his teammate. Though that gap is now 18 seconds due to Caddy's mistake. I'm not sure what happened. It's pity we can't rewind and see that on Gran Turismo 6 replays. Charles still right up against Nate. Now it's only a matter of time if we make some move there. It's called squiggling on the exit there as the hybrid system delivers 400 brake horsepower. See if we can get any closer. Oh, there we go. Flashing his lights there, Nate. Letting him know he's there. Quite cheeky. Oh, here we go.
Lights are on.
Lights are on. We mean business here. Let's see if we have lights on for all the drivers. I think they automatically come on with Gran Turismo, so you're never left driving around in the dark unless your car has no lights.
That's true. But interesting though, it seems that Caddy has still got the pace. It's like he's extending his lead by a couple tenths every sector. So.
Yeah, he definitely does have the pace. So that mistake really has cost him. But that being said,
Very braking under
very
Shaw.
late braking. I'm not sure if Nate broke a little bit early then and it surprised him a little bit. Took all the curb he can around there. Jason's managed to hold on to the two of them as well. Let's have a try on board with Jason for a while. And as he does have the best view of this little scrap up here. Caddy's gone off on his own again, chasing after David. It's going to take a lot more than what he's done so far to get up to him though. Let's see the battle for third so far. Nate is taking on that final PlayStation 4, followed by Charles and then Jason. So that final PlayStation seems to be champion-elect is still Peetham at the moment. He's just showing exactly what he can do when he turns it on. But Jason flashing his lights, or is that just something that just happens when you drive under the bridge? I think that's where we saw that happen last time. I don't know about you, but I'm seeing more and more clouds, or as I say that, there's a huge hole in the sky. But it is definitely getting a bit darker out here. Jason's getting close. Oh, a bit of a squirm from Nate as he exits the penultimate corner. Very late braking. Jason preferring to take a very wide line, get a nice slingshot out onto the straight. Charles does the same. To fly down into turn one. Hard on the brakes, recharge your battery. He gets all of that battery recharged. Look at the gap that Caddy's pulled out in a matter of 2 laps. Oh, Charles rotating like his car nicely on the curb. You start a new lap. Let's have a look at the lap times comparable to the current fuel usage. And Drizzt, he obviously loves pitting first because he's done it again this time. And first of the stoppers is the sky gets darker and darker.
This could be interesting. I mean,
he was chasing Jason, I believe it was.
yeah, but no. Look, he'll have the tires and the fuel to make it to the end. But if it rains, he's gonna have tall water.
If it comes down now, he's wasted a stop, unfortunately. I wonder if that's into the drivers' minds yet. If they maybe staying out there expecting a bit of rain. We've had none so far. Could we possibly have a dry end to DGL? I don't think we've ever had a completely dry championship. Ooh, and Jason now right up against Charles. Take a look from this angle here. Oh, there's a bit of a dummy down on the inside. It's getting darker and darker out there. Not sure how that. Oh, he might get a bit of slipstream now. Do you think he's going to be closer as he goes into turn?
He could be very close.
It's going to be very close. Is he going to pull out alongside? Oh, bit of a dummy, but no, nothing yet.
Just to let him know he's there. But
just to let him know he's there. Right on board. Have a look at Charles. How Charles doing to counter this. This is going to let. Oh, and he dives into the pits as well. So around it's just before the halfway point. I think it might work in Charles' favour if he gets
hoping for the undercut.
Yeah, maybe he's aiming for an undercut on Nate's it's going to be very interesting to see where Nate's comes out now. So we've got a bit of action on our hands here. Leslie passes him as he stops. A bit disappointing to see where Leslie is at the moment. I know he was expecting a lot more than what he currently has around Motegi today. So full refuel from Steve. So he obviously thinks that is what is needed. I think he's putting in a bit too... Oh, Charles, I apologize. That's a bit weight. That's a bit too much fuel for
Look at
Charles.
Steve.
I think
Down.
Steve as well. He's
Also
full.
full
Not full tank. Completely full. So he's. Let's have a look, see where Speedy is. I'm not sure that was really necessary from Charles and Steve. There's an opportunity here for the likes of Nate to fuel themselves slightly less and come out a lot further ahead of Charles. I think there was a bit of a mistake from Charles, fueling right up to the top there. Jason as well. I wonder if either of these drivers have caught on to that. This might be an opportunity if Caddy does seem to be. Do you feel a little bit sorry for Caddy as he dives into the pits? He's not managed to hang on to his teammate at all at the moment. But let's have a look where his teammates. JVT Jason in the pits now. Let's see how much he refuels. Nate is opted.
Just behind Caddy.
Yeah. Nate has opted to stay out, so he's going to...
This will be interesting to see now. If Jason pours less fuel than Caddy, he can end up ahead.
That is true. That is a very true fact. He's obviously got to fuel himself long enough to reach the end of the race. Oh, and there goes Caddy. They both dropped their cars.
Still refueling.
Still refueling, and they're carrying. So Jason's a lot less fuel. And let's have a look at Caddy. Caddy is fueled similarly, but
I think both drivers are spot on with their prediction.
I think spot on there. Speedy comes into the pits to see how much fuel he puts in. I think Charles is really going to pay the price. There we go, Charles. Quite further behind, quite a ways behind Jason. It really has cost him there. Not working out his fuel strategy. And Jason has undercut Charles in the pits. And he'll have better tyres towards the end of the race. So, costly mistake there from Charles.
Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake there.
Rookie mistake from the experienced driver, Charles.
Absolutely. I mean, we're at the stage where we can't afford
Yeah,
mistakes
you just
like
can't
that.
afford a mistake like that in the final race. Fighting for the last podium spot at Rage 2014 or TGL 2014, really. I think he's going to be a man possessed now, trying to get it back up to
David in the pits
his
as
good
well.
old friend David onto the pits. Let's see how much he puts in. I know David's not one for strategy, as he gives us a wink. It's all calm and collected from David's camp. He's coming down the place. I think Nate's going to take the lead temporarily here, as he does.
Dave pours around the same as well.
Yeah, so Nate's lap 27, and Nate has stayed out. We know he's good on his tyres, and we know he likes to stretch out his stints as far as they can go. But what is he up to here? I'm assuming he's coming in on this lap though. There's not much of an advantage to staying out much longer, especially when you're on older tyres now. Let's have a look, see where Jason is. Charles still a little bit cheesed off with the fact that he's come out behind Jason.
He looks like he's gained a few tenths, but
Yeah,
very costly.
very costly mistake there. Against his best friend Jason.
Meanwhile,
Me-
back at the Raj,
Sure, all the drivers will get together tonight for a drink.
of course, or two, or three.
Or two of the drivers. So look, Caddy again fighting a lonely battle there. Just the gap between himself and Steve now. Well, yeah, let's triangle that up. 25 seconds, that's about 21 seconds. 21 seconds between himself and the DGR 2014 title, which is just looking slimmer and slimmer. Last lap, best lap from Dave still is 37.3, which is 10th faster than Caddy's the fastest lap. So they can trade one lap times. As Nate dives into the pits, this is very interesting now to see where he comes out. He's racing against Jason, so let's see if he's. Well, I think what Nate may have been trying to do there is run longer on less fuel. So his car will have been lighter. His lap
He's
times would
still,
have.
he's still lapping at 39.1 though. Let's have a look and see how far Jason is behind.
Let's have a look, see where Jason comes out now. I think Caddy's going to pass him quite
As they
comfortably.
approach the final chicane,
Here we go.
left-hander, then the chicane,
Over the curves.
into the final straight, and Nate's
Here we go. Nate's is
the
coming out the pits. Will he? I don't think he's going to get out ahead of Jason.
Oh,
He's
Jason
going to be
had
very
it.
close, and has he done it?
And he has!
He has done it.
Brilliant.
So he was lying in third before he did go into the pits. Jason has definitely closed the gap on him though.
Oh, it's definitely.
I think Jason was the real victor in that pit frenzy there.
So Jason gained a spot over Towershell and has closed the gap. Oh, to Nate.
Yeah. And we're back at square one now. Though Charles has really lost out there. He's gone from challenging Nate in third to fifth. Though Leslie is still due a stop. Not sure what Leslie is playing at here. He's going to have to put for fuel sometime soon. But
In order for Nate to take that third podium spot, he needs to finish 2 spots, if I'm not mistaken, 2 spots ahead of Jason.
no, he just needs to finish ahead of Jason. They split by 1 point, and he's going to get a lot more than 1 point difference there. So he's just got to finish ahead of who he needs to finish ahead of, and that podium spot is his, including a little presentation on stage. So there we go. It's quite late. It's quite dark out here. 7:42.
2 points.
2 points difference. But he's getting 1.5 points, so
Okay,
not
so
going to matter too much.
24, 20, okay.
Yeah. Just me. Yeah. It's all in order. Did you ride with Leslie? You still stayed out.
So essentially, whoever takes third spot in this race
It's got third spot.
has got third spot.
Yeah. Unless Caddy takes third spot, he might still get second. But it's semantics. Leslie still carries on his merry way in the dark. Sporting that number 7. Number 7 to TS 030. I like the way it shines through in the night, much like the Lamar cars in real life. It's a nice little feature on Gran Turismo there. Do you know what the 2 lights mean next to the number?
Nope.
I think it means one of the 2 cars, so primary or. Let me stop there before I get that completely wrong.
Yeah, I think because you've just. Good job, Luke.
Just, yeah.
Well done, Castle.
Well done.
Well done.
Right. There we go. Let's have a look at Jason at Towershell now. Still following Jason, and he does seem to have had the pace on these 3. Though
He's closed the gap ever so
Yeah.
slightly, it seems.
he's lapping slightly faster than
Half
me.
a second faster than Jason in the last lap.
Yeah.
Nate's
Well, Nate's
3 sec. Oh, that was his
his
outlet.
outlet, so it's not too much of a
Lap.
issue there. Let's have a look on board with Charles, chasing down Jason. I think he will catch Jason shortly. Jason taking a bit of a wider entrance into the chicane there. Might be costing him time. This Nate's still lapping in the 138 here. His drive is amazing to see. That's 2 points separating the 3 of these drivers, and about 2 seconds separating them out on track now as well. As we pass the halfway point on the final race of DGL 2014. Which drivers would you have liked to have seen here, Jonathan?
Contending for the podium spot, or
Yeah, racing here this weekend. I know there's a few I can think of in the community that.
I don't know. I think the top 10 drivers that were here really deserve to be there. So they've all got the skill. It's just some of them perhaps were a bit too aggressive. Some others not aggressive enough.
Yeah. One of your
Mistakes were
teammates
made.
was gutted not to have made it. He missed out by 1 spot. Mr. Peter ZA,
Yeah,
local Lotus 7 racer.
he sold his car now.
He sold his car.
Yeah, he sold his car.
What's he racing in then?
He's not racing anymore, not yet at least.
Yeah,
But he'll be back in a few years.
he'll be back.
He'll be back.
Now we have Charles right up against Jason now. It's only a matter of time before he makes a maneuver. I think, oh, very close. Under the bridge now. Quite a fancy bridge. I think that's probably one of the fanciest bridges we have in the game, apart from Monaco. It's really strange that we're not racing at Monaco this year. I think we've raced there every year, as well as Suzuka. Both of those tracks being omitted this year. Nate's, it seems like Jason is closing in slightly on Nate's. And Turbo Shell obviously sticking along with Jason. Oh, how much closer can you get in these cars? I know. For me, I would have liked to have seen the likes of Ghost Yellow, Ghostworks Yellow, Dice, Alex. Who else is out there? Should be Danny, OPC Danny.
OPC Danny was there 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah. Finished second in the championship. Took the battle again.
We
get cracked in that OPC. And Jason is closed in on Nate's. And a little bit of a mistake there from Shaw, just a very good middle sector there from Jason. Either way, not much of a difference actually. Still calm down here. Who's been your driver of the tournament so far?
My driver of the tournament. Let's think about this for a second. You know, my driver of the tournament. I'll have to look at a number of aspects.
Who's been your favorite?
Leslie.
Leslie the man.
His race at Bathurst had me standing up for most of the duration.
Speaking of Leslie, he's still out there on lap 32. I've got a strange feeling he's decided to take a gamble here and maybe wait for the rain, which I don't think is paying off. He's running out of fuel at a number of, at some rate of knots here. He's going to have to pursue.
He actually had nothing to lose, so, if the rain came through, then it would have meant that his strategy paid off. Would have paid off.
I think if the rain doesn't come down, he's going to be immensely disappointed because I know he was set up for rain. Apparently he's lapping 5 seconds lap faster than the other guys in the rain, so yeah. Poor old Leslie. Still ahead of Caddy though. I think Caddy must be wondering what the heck is going on here because, I mean, he's halfway through his fuel. Well, not halfway, but... And there we go. Are you seeing what I'm seeing, Jonathan? Are you seeing what I'm seeing here?
Some light drizzles.
Here we go. We've got excitement here in the crowd.
How hard is it going to
How hard is it going to come down?
If it continues to drizzle, the drivers could still stick on slicks.
And this might just work out for Leslie. I think...
he's going to have to wait it out a couple more laps though.
Yeah, he is. Oh, Jason. The track hasn't been affected too much. There's a bit of squiggling there, but I think that might just be because of the cars we are driving here. Let's have a look, see on board if it's causing much of a difference. Because we see it coming down now. Someone's in the pits. It's Leslie. Is he going to put on wet tyres? Let's have a look. He's got his racing mediums on. In fact, let's zoom in
I
there.
think it's too early to be changing tyres at all.
He's still got his racing hards on.
Too much fuel, get out. Yeah,
Just enough fuel.
He's stuck on racing hards.
Stuck on racing hards. So he's opted. Yeah, he's opted to stay out on what he had, which is very strange. Speeds is in the pits now. What's he going to opt for? This is maybe a bit of a gamble from Speedy here. Has he gone in too soon?
I think so. I really... Speedy!
I think Speedy had enough fuel to reach it, but he's put on intermediates if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a quicker look. Yeah, he's gone for intermediates.
Switched to inters.
So he's going to be our guinea pig now, I think. Let's keep an eye on
I think
Speedy.
that's a mistake. I really think that's a mistake. You know,
I think he's gone too
I don't know what
soon.
the track surface is like out there, but
Yeah.
I think it's not wet enough for these.
Oh, and let's have a look, see how this car handles now. Oh. I think it looks trickier than it is at the moment. But the problem now is his tyre usage, his tyre wear, apologies. As this is Peter here coming up to lap speedy.
Let's have a look at sector times from the top runners.
Let's have a look at that. Yes. It's the only driver in this meet.
20. No, they're still lapping. No, they're still lapping decent times.
Yeah, decent time still. As Caddy crosses the line, 30.6, which is a decent lap time. Although 7/10 slower than Peter on that last lap. Peter really has shown his dominance in this race here. I think he's going to be thrown off a little bit by the terrain now. The track hasn't changed too much though, but we're in for a cracking finale here.
So let's ride on board with Speedster here.
Yes, let's ride on board Speedster, see how his grip levels are doing. He's got Peetham closing down on him, but it is GTAS Peetham, who's gone back to his old nickname, funny enough. He was racing under Milton's profile in the last race. Flying down the back straight. Something's happened in the background again. Let's have a look. Other drivers I would have loved to have seen here. Ooh, yeah. We got rid of our rain for a few seconds under the bridge there. Would have loved to have seen the likes of Diesel Sky and Mr. Drian Nell, as well as Tina's Datsun man. I think they just haven't done enough races they just didn't do enough races throughout the season to win a place here, unfortunately. As well as our buddy, Mr. Bulletproof. Yes. What do you have to say about Bulletproof? What do you have to say to Bulletproof?
What do I have to say to Bulletproof? What can I say? I mean...
Boom! That's why he's not here. Oh, and Speedo.
Oh no, he's letting him through.
His straight line speed.
Yeah, he tapped.
He probably did tap, yeah. Under the bridge again. Let's get rid of our rain for a second. Hey, there we go. So look, see. Oh, and Nate's. I'm not sure if Jason has made a mistake, but Nate's has really pulled out a bit of a gap on these three here. Is the rain coming into play a bit more? Still coming down. Doesn't seem like the conditions are changing. Let's have a look at our lap times.
Well, if we have a look at the surface percentage, it's actually still on 0.
Yeah, it's still on 0, which means, well, we never know what it means on Gran Turismo 6 anymore, to be dead honest. Tell us what happened at the car magazine Jalem when we were focusing on the water percentage.
Alright, so basically it had just been raining about 100%. We were all on full wets. And the rain stopped and the sun came out, so the track was actually drying rather quickly. So the following lap, I think we picked up damage. We went into the pits, put inters on, went out again. Turned out to be the wrong move because we were still slipping and sliding everywhere. But by the time we had come round another lap, the track surface had gone down to 0.
Yeah.
So we decided, okay, this is it. We're switching to racing hards. So we popped racing hards on there.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's how the other teams were cheering when we put racing hards on. So we put racing hards on, and it felt like we were driving with comfort tires on. The track was slippery as hell, you know?
Yeah.
It was just an absolute disaster. So we had to come in again, put inters on, and go back out.
Yeah, a bit embarrassing. Let's just see live timing there. Peetham's done a 38.1, so timing hasn't changed. Well, he's not lapping at any slower than he was before. So it's like his rain is just aesthetic. It's not actually making any difference at the moment. Let's hope that the track is actually going to get effective. We have about 16 laps to go before the end of the championship. Has been a bit of an anticlimax in this final race here, let's be honest. I think not helped by the fact that Mr. Doopy let us down today. And Justin, might add.
He's not going to hear the end of it, is he?
No, he's never going to hear the end of it.
Turbo Charles was really closing on Jason, it seems.
Yeah, for sure. So right on board with him. Oh, and big.
Racing Hards seems to be alright still.
Yeah, Racing Hard's doing the job. And there we go, 1% order. So we 2%. Is it going to rise second by second? 3%.
Let's have a look at tyres, Speedy's tyre wear.
Speedy might be coming in. Oh, and here we go. Big news here. Caddy and Jason and Charles into the pits. Is Nate going to pay the price for this now? He stayed out and it's rising at some rate now.
Now, what do you reckon? Are they going to go to inters or straight to wets?
Sure.
So Speedy's gamble looks like it could have paid off, but Leslie had the
Oh
opportunity.
no, go back to Charles, go back to Charles. Oh, he hasn't made a mistake there, so I thought he was refueling for some reason. Jason comes out ahead of him. So still
He's got 4 wets.
He's got 4 wets.
Jason with 4 wets. Caddy with 4 wets. Steve still on racing tyres. So are the front runners. But
I think Nate's got a decision to make here. And let's have a look at Speedy, still on his intermediates. How's Speedy doing out there? He's we're on 25% now, and only half the field on different tyres at the moment. Those wets aren't going to be the quickest in these conditions at the moment.
30%.
31%. Let's have a look at Nate, see where he is, what he's doing at the moment. Is he going to dive into the pits now? He's still got half the lap to go though. Well, not half, but he's squiggling around. Let's see what the conditions are like. He's struggling out there. As you can see,
Even squirreling
under the brakes there. Just holding on there. And he still has 20 seconds to go till he can actually get into the pits. So
he's only putting down full power after
we have 15 laps to go, and it seems like we're going to get 15 laps of pure excitement here. Oh, and is he going to make the corner? He's spun. He's facing the right way at least, but he's in the kitty litter. This is really going to affect him now.
We have Jason,
let's go back to Nate, see if he's obviously going to pile into the pits now, as quickly as he possibly can.
70%.
He's probably going to go into full wets, and I can only go into full wets. I think Speedy's going to have to pit for full wets now as well.
Jason, not so far behind.
Jason and
3 corners to go.
might just find themselves ahead of
Next
Nate.
the right hand, under the bridge. Look at all that spray from the corner.
We have Leslie up ahead, and Leslie pits.
Yeah, he had the opportunity to change tyres earlier, but
Bad opportunity lost there by Leslie,
Jason
unfortunately.
hits the main straight.
Nate's coming out. Nate's still in the pits, and he was just changing tyres at that.
Oh, it looks like
I
Jason.
think Jason's got him. So there we go. Customer mistake. Jason goes into third. And Nate's on the wet. That is the final point, but we still have 14 laps to go.
Turbo Shell, no
Turbo
way
Shell,
to
no
see.
TC. I think we've had a mistake from Turbo Shell.
So Nate's staying on to lap too long.
A bit too long there for Nate's bad. But I do believe he is a bit of a wet specialist in this car, so let's keep an eye on him. We've got Driz in the pits now. He's racing in Speedy. Let's have a look at the lap times. I don't know about you, but I didn't see David come in. I think he did come in though. He's still on racing hards. He's still on racing hards.
David, how is he doing it? His splits are looking...
Well, his last lap was 209. He's not doing well at all here. I think he's made a massive error of judgment here. Still out on racing hards.
Just have a look at the power meter. He can barely...
He's not putting much strokes on at all. He's staying out again.
He's staying out.
What are you doing, David? Has he thrown away the title?
No, you know what? I think he gained 30 seconds on Caddy.
Well, he's obviously not stopped, but let's have a look at the... He's done a 2-0... He's done a what? A 2-0... something there. He's done a 2:02, which is 5 seconds slower. It's 8 seconds slower. He's 32 seconds ahead of Caddy at the moment. Someone is Speed's in the pits.
If Dave's
What
going
is
to come
he
in,
doing?
Caddy's going to catch him. He will catch him.
Caddy will catch him at a rate of 8 seconds a lap at this point in time. Let's have a look and see what Caddy's, as he comes around the final corner, what time is he doing here? He's doing a 2:02.
158.
He's doing a 58. And that's only 4 seconds slower than David. So what does David know that we don't? And Caddy spun. Oh, he's kept it in. I don't know how he kept that, but he's even on full wet tires.
Oh man, I tell you what, rain is my absolute favorite.
This is unbelievable. I don't know how David's managing to. Oh, this is Jason still followed by Nate here. Oh, scrolling there. We have 12 laps now, and it's all kicked off here at Motegi. Thank you, rain. Here we go, Nate's getting super close to Jason.
Oh, Nate has caught him nice.
Oh, and Jason's spun! And he's held on his way by Nate. There we go, third place. And is he lost it? Is he going to lose it to Charles now? Charles taking him around the outside. Oh, costly error there from Jason.
Absolutely.
And that's for the final podium spot. Now we've got Nate's up the road. How far is Nate's from Caddy? Caddy is just, no, he's quite far up the road. He's coming around to lap speedster. What does David know that we don't? Because he's spinning in lap times. He's spinning in lap, and is he going to stay out yet again? Let's have a look. When it does refresh, come on. Let's see something. And he's staying out. He's staying out.
Until the end.
No one can see anything. There we go. He's staying out till the end. His lap times are not any different from the wet laps. I think we need to speak to David.
That is insane. He is
Burnt
1
a
second.
sub 2 minute.
He is 1 second slower than Caddy, who's on full wets.
Full wets, and he's on
David is on
racing
slicks.
hard tires.
I don't believe this.
What do you say to that?
Wow. That's like, wow. Senna would
What
be
is going
proud.
out there?
Ayrton Senna would be
What
proud.
is going on out there? Our champion-elect is walking all over the rest of the pack here. We've now had Spicer and Drizzt lapped. We've gone over the hour mark now, so about 12 laps to go here in the wet though. Let's see.
And have you noticed something really interesting here?
Yeah. No.
David breaking off the racing line.
Breaking off the racing line with his slick
Down
tires.
the back straight, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how he's doing it, but David is staying on the track at the moment. Through the S's. Let's have a look at his driving style. Super
Silky smooth.
silky
You have to.
smooth. He has to be
And
smooth.
it looks like no spray.
That's Drizzt up ahead, so he's looking to relap him, or I think that will be the first time he laps Drizzt actually. And unfortunately, that chair isn't for Gran Turismo. That's probably for Call of Duty. Oh, and Drizzt up ahead. Let's have a look at down the field there. We still have Nate's up in third. Turbo Charles up ahead.
He's braking.
Still using that hybrid power down the straight. His braking markers.
Yep, breaks off the driving line.
Breaks off the
So
driving
why don't
line.
you tell everybody why drivers do that in the wet?
Because the conventional braking line, there's a lot of rubber laid down on it, and it becomes quite smooth in normal conditions. Obviously, with normal slick tires, it's a lot more grippier on that driving line. But in wet conditions, it is
The opposite.
the
It's actually a
opposite.
lot more
Exactly,
slippery.
exactly. And here we go, off the racing line in the braking zone. Oh, just look at that closing speed on Drizzt there as he laps him. I don't even think Steve knew he was there. I suppose he was.
Steve is on wets,
And Steve was on wets, yeah.
and David is braking a lot
Yeah.
better in.
And accelerating away faster from him on the straights. Let's have a look at live timing. See what times the others are doing. He's lapping 4 seconds. Well, I think there was a bit of a mistake from Caddy in the last. Nate is 5 seconds faster than Caddy, and he's only 10 seconds. He's only 10 seconds away from him. So we have another battle on our hand for second. I'm not sure he's going to be able to overtake Caddy in the
Oh, there we
standings.
go. Caddy he responds with a 159.
159 there, so back
Two
to
tenths.
normal business. There we go. Let's see what Nate does. There we go. See what Caddy does. 59 and a 59 as well from Nate.
Turbo
So
Shaw with a blinding lap there.
there we go.
58.3.
58.3.
Leslie with a 157.
157. We did say that Leslie was on the pace in the race there. Yeah, especially in this car, in this track. So what can he do towards the end of the race? We have about 11 laps to go. Let's see. We have Speedster. 14. Everyone is on wets except for David. I'm not sure what he's playing at, but how he.
Could this be driver skill or is it a glitch fest?
Well, I don't think. Oh, there we go. Charles, what's going on there? Charles and Jason. There's a change there. Charles is right up against Nate, and they were about a few seconds apart earlier. This is the battle for that last podium spot. So Charles seems to be on it. It seems like he's set up his car. He's been on it the whole race, to be honest, but it seems like his car is more suited for the wet than the others. Either that or he's just driving better than the others, but Go easy out of the corners, back full on the power. Is he getting a lot of wheel spin? We'll have to check the bottom for that.
Also, Charles breaking off the racing line.
There we go, yes. I think that's probably the difference between himself and Nate at the moment.
Yeah, remember, we discovered that.
Yeah, we
what,
discovered
2 years
that.
ago?
Yeah,
At the VLM.
yeah, there you go.
And it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, yeah. Again, off the braking line, as Nate prefers to stick on it. Any changes so far? Poor old Jason's been left hanging dry. I think that's his DGL. His fight for that last podium position is done now.
Hopes and dreams out.
I'm not sure if Nate's helped him on his way in that little spin there, but he had lost it.
He was sideways.
He was sideways. I don't think Nate could really do anything about it, so I don't think there'll be any post-race action on that. Again, Charles off the racing line. It seems to be trading times there. I think Nate's going to get a far better exit there.
The time. Nate's with a 202, Turbo Charles with a 159.
59.6 there.
David with a 159. Caddy 158, so he's going a bit quicker as well.
Yeah.
They have just Speedster having some fun back there.
Again, more fun at the back.
Leslie with a mistake.
Oh, 209 there for
209.
Leslie.
Looks
So
like he had a bit of a spin.
one of our favourites is kind of dropped off a bit there.
Ethan with 2 pits.
2 pits. When did he do that? When did he do that?
This has to be this.
David spins coming onto the last shot. I think we figured out the problem here. Let's go on board with David here. It's just spun come into the last corner. That's not impacted his lap times too much. He's just done a 202. But I think, Jonathan, tell us what we've just realised with
We've actually just picked up that David is in fact using wet tyres.
Yes,
so we apologise for that misappropriate info display here. David is running wet tyres.
He obviously did pit at some
Our
point.
display is showing that he's still got race hard, so we do
Yeah,
apologise
so
for
we
that.
apologise.
So in actual fact, David is not a bot.
He's not doing sub 2 minute times on racing hard tyres. He is in fact on full wets. As Caddy is closing the gap a little bit, but I mean 30 seconds in 9 laps, I think is a bit of a tall order. Let's have a look to go back to the main battle here with the final battle for third. I think this is going to be the one to watch towards the end of the race now. Charles and Nate both taking very different lines throughout the course. And Charles, Nate's to take a wider line there, so he gets a bit of a better exit out onto the straight. It takes a while for Charles to put down the power, I'm sure for Nate as well. Although if he lines his car up the way he does.
Nate's still breaking on the driving line.
Yeah. Squiggling there. Scrolling through the corner. See, half on the throttle, full throttle there from Turbo Charles. Up the road, do we have? It is Caddy, I believe. Yeah, it is Caddy. But ooh, very close now. Riding on board with Charles. Is Jason and Leslie are close there? There we go. We've got Leslie following Jason. Type of lap time is Leslie doing? He's done at 58, so 2 seconds faster than Jason on that last lap. Is he going to dash Jason's dreams completely? And towards the end of this race here? 9 laps to go. Motegi, we're in the most extreme conditions you can drive in Gran Turismo, barring cockpit view. Yes.
It would have been nice to see the drivers in cockpit view, but to be honest with you,
Standard view, yeah.
the field of view in these cars aren't the greatest.
Yeah, that is a fact, unfortunately. So, I mean,
So we were lenient, you know. But if I had the only say, these guys would be driving in cockpit view. In a midget. In a Daihatsu midget.
52 lap race
On Le Mans.
on the 10 minute lap around Lassar, probably more. On board with Jason, he's managed to keep it together throughout that corner. Up ahead we have Charles, who's dropped off completely from Nate's. So obviously a big mistake there from Charles. And I think Nate's has just got to keep it on track for the next 8 laps, and he's won a PlayStation 4. Oh. I'm not sure where that went wrong, but there we go. 6 seconds Charles lost in that last lap alone. Let's see if anything changes with the weather towards. Oh, and someone's gone off. Is that anyone notable? It's Leslie. Or was it Leslie? It's Steve. Not having fun. I think he's parked it. Is he in his seat? He's taking off his headphones. Rage 2012, 2014.
Mechanical problem. He's getting out of his car. He's really upset.
No mechanical
off the
problems.
track by the track marshal. That's
Poor
Steve's race
Steve.
done.
Poor old Steve. He gets up. Maybe he'll have a word with us from the pit lane. He's opening a Coke at the moment. Not much action
I
happening.
wonder if any of the marshals are tempted to just hop into his car and.
Jonathan, you want to have a go? DGR 2014.
I need a helmet mic.
Let's see if we can get a word with Steve. I don't think he's very happy. He doesn't want to talk to anyone. He declines our offer for an interview. Oh, Jason, very squiggling all over there. Leslie's all over him now. Let's see what the last lap time was. 59 from Leslie, so another second he's taken out of Jason there. It's right on board with Leslie then. Got the top three now separated by some margin. It's all kind of leveled out now. And as Leslie powers down the back straight. See if he can. He's also Leslie off the racing line. Jason's preferred to stick on the racing line.
Oh, look at the braking.
Yeah, we go. The amount of closing speed, or the gap he closes in the braking zone just by braking off the racing line. So he takes a bit of a wider line there. Goes for the curves. And the curbs and the wet aren't always the best combination.
Yeah, absolutely slippery.
See, just look at the closing speed he has on him. Might be due to their setup as well, but Jason, just managing to keep it together ahead of them. Takes a wide line, Leslie does.
Oh, here we go, Jason with a bit of a squiggly. I reckon Leslie, give him an extra lap, and I reckon he'll take him.
Yeah, pulls out of the spray again.
Oh, and the braking.
And the braking.
Lefty. Oh, okay.
Again, it's just a closing speed, just by
the braking.
off the racing line. Oh, fighting, you fighter. Ooh, Jason again. These are hair-raising conditions here. And let's see if we have any action. Only 7 cars out in the field now, so DGL 2014 has come down to 7 drivers. Let's see, have a look at service show. Oh, and so he's kept, yeah, he really has. I'm not sure if Nates has made a mistake, but now we got 7 laps to go, and the difference between Nates and Charles is back down to 2 seconds. And then with the last lap, Charles was 2 seconds faster than Nates.
Wow.
So it really is not. I don't think Nates has made a mistake. I think Charles has just been on the. He's the fastest man on the track now by an absolute country mile. And I think Nates is fearing for his life. He's got 7 laps to fend off Charles. He is obviously. Oh, and Leslie's lost the plot completely.
Way off the track there. Way off. He was actually he was on the driving line.
Bit of a laugh there from Jason. I'm not sure what happened there, but again, Leslie providing the most entertainment. I think he's my driver of the championship. I don't know about you, John.
No doubt, he really has been entertaining.
It really has been entertaining in many more ways than one, I think. As we continue, he's now got Speedy just behind him. So, there we go. He's getting a bit wide there. I think he's probably having fun now as well. Let's have a look back at Turbo Charles. Someone's gone off. Is it Steve up ahead?
Steve, same man.
Steve, he's chosen the best place to park the car. He's probably reversed it in there. And Charles lost it again.
No.
6 laps to go. He's got it all to do again.
Jason now on the attack.
And Jason might just get agonizing. He's down to 8 kilometers an hour trying to get out of there. Agonizing, and he's rejoined. Just in front of Jason. That's irresponsible joining the track rejoining. It has to be said.
Yeah, that was terrible. I
see Jason coming in there. He rejoined right in front of Jason. I don't know what was going through. Yeah, GT6 collision avoidance.
The only time I actually agree with it this whole tournament.
I'm not sure what was going through Charles' head there, but terrible time to rejoin the track there. And he's lost out big time. The fastest man on the track, no longer. Oh, and that is just, it's gutting that.
No longer in contention for the
Yeah.
podium.
But a huge weight off of Nate's shoulder. Mr. Peter, I think we need to ride on board with David, talk about his performance throughout the year. He hasn't had the trademark, 100% dominance that he's known for throughout the DGL League. He has been beaten by a few different drivers this year. But here he is again, rounding, the last 5 laps of DGL 2014, about to take his 3rd championship in a row. Just digest that for a second, Jonathan.
3rd championship in a row. But you know, everybody says it happens in threes, eh? So perhaps the following year we'll have a newcomer.
Maybe the likes of Nate and Charles, who've just gone from strength to strength in the recent years. Let's have a look at David going through the S's here, recharging his battery. Look at him, he rides with 2 fingers on the wheel. He's got 3 fingers off his steering wheel.
It's all about finesse, bro.
He needs to change gears as well, but as he gets through the corner, as smooth as you like there. No tapping of the handbrake in the wet though.
Oh, no. Unless you want to die.
Unless you want to die, yeah. Unless you want to be facing the wrong way. Got Caddy back. Jason up into 4th, so he's on course for a 4th place finish in this year's. Oh, fighter! You can hear that from here. You can hear his wheel from here.
That's actually the 3rd time that Jason's had a bit of a squiggly there.
Yeah, he has.
That's his kryptonite. Big
double left-hander there. His kryptonite. Let's see how Charles is doing. He's still followed by Leslie now, which is. So Leslie's. He's still still chasing someone. Charles is still on course. Let's have a look at the live timing quick. 2:19, so he lost about 20 seconds on that last lap, Charles.
Leslie with a 56, that is the fastest lap in the wet so far.
56, so he really wasn't bluffing, eh? 58 from Speedster. A lap down, but still a 58 from Speedster, which really put the GTAS boys to shame in that last lap. Only man faster than him was
David's
Leslie.
best time was a mid 58.
Yeah.
Wet, I saw. Caddy along with a late 58.9.
59,
His
yeah.
personal best in the wet as well. But yeah, I think you can really see. I'm not sure if it's just driver styles or tuning setups, but
Yeah. Again, Leslie's stayed off the racing line. I think Charles is doing the same, if I remember correctly. But breaking off the. I think Charles is breaking on the racing line, but Leslie, fastest man on the track. There we go. He's closing in on Charles. So let's see if we have another battle on our hands towards the end of the race here. Charles is not too far away from Jason. So it's not over yet in terms of 4th position. Nate's really got to stuff up badly to avoid that last podium spot, but I don't think that. Oh, Jason's lost it completely. And there's a Charles as well. No, Charles managed to keep it on board, I think.
But both of them full on sideways. Like this
Full on sideways
This
there.
reminds me of V8 supercars at Adelaide when it was raining.
Yeah.
These cars just full on sideways.
It looked like it pulled up the handbrake there, the non-existent handbrake.
KG to share would give him a 9.
So really, now we've got a nice little battle on our hands here for 4th position. Nate's still trouble-free up towards the front there. Anyone going to run out of fuel? No. Everyone's done their math. Well done to them. Leslie, I think, still the fastest driver out on track. He's done a 58 dead there, so 2nd faster than Charles, or 8/10 faster than Charles in the last lap. We also have Jason there with a 202, obviously going as sideways as possible through one of the corners there. We've got a nice little train here, Leslie. Oh, well, this is when he went flying off. Oh, and he's made a move on Charles. He's punted into the back of Charles. On board. Let's get on board. Yeah, we've got again 3 cars separated by
Down to the wire again.
down to the wire again. And this is cash money here as well, so various different prizes on offer here. So Turbo Charles out the corner as Leslie makes use of his hybrid power. Again, off the racing line. The 2 furthest off the racing line are the 2 far. Oh! And he's made a move. Is he going to make it stick into Charles? Charles already did break a lot earlier than Leslie. Has he made it stick? And he has. So Leslie up into 5th. Oh, and Sterbushal has not had the end of it. Not heard the end of it yet. He's still harassing Leslie from the back here. Is he going to make a move up the inside? No, on the outside there. Back on board with Charles now. This is giving Jason a bit of a respite here. Oh, and he's going to make me. He dives down. Oh,
He's got the inside. Done it.
side by side. Oh, Jason's. Oh, he's kept it on. Still side by side.
Oh,
Leslie's got the inside line. He's got a much better line. I probably inherited more of the hybrid. Oh, he's going to win. He's going to go. Oh, collision avoidance. And he's off again, Charles. What happened there? By collision avoidance. And now we have Leslie hunting down Jason.
Wow.
This all happened before here. I think Leslie's really wasn't bluffing about his pace in the wet. He's set up perfectly for the wet. Yeah, 59, 4 seconds faster than Jason in that last lap.
That was really hair-raising stuff.
Oh, here we go. Leslie, our favorite driver of the championship, is not done yet. He's got 3 laps and he's looking for that 4th place at least. He was telling me earlier how disappointed he was that he didn't get 3rd at Bathurst because he hasn't yet managed to get a podium in the DGL yet. So
That's a real bummer.
it's unfortunate that he's left it this late to show his true pace at Motegi. Let's see what he can do against Jason there. Charles in the background.
Jason's
Struggling,
sweating
I think.
buckets in the front there.
I think poor old Charles is lost his podium shot. He's shot at the podium now. I think he's going to be gutted after this one. Jason up ahead. As Nate's on his merry way towards PlayStation 4 and $1.5 grand. Not a bad prize. Not a bad reason to come down or come all the way up from Cape Town.
Yeah.
In fact, we have a few drivers here today from all over the country. Nate's obviously a Cape Townian.
Caddy, a Cape Townian as well.
Cape
We
Townian as well, yeah.
We have Leslie, who's actually from Durban.
Yeah, from Durban. Oh, Nate's fighting that car. We have, there we go. We have Leslie right up against the back. He got along the inside. Is he going to make a move there? That's right on board. Oh, there we go.
Jason closes
Closes
the
the door. He's
door.
going a little bit wide, but he's going to get a nice exit now.
Leslie,
He's going to screw
renowned for his acceleration.
There we go, Leslie. Is he going to fly up Jason's inside yet
Yes, he
again?
is.
Oh, there we go. He's long inside. Are they going to turn into each other? They do. Oh, bit of a
That's
left
fine,
tap.
that's fine.
No collision avoidance there.
Yeah, the inside. His
got the
braking
inside
is
there.
really impressive. It
Yeah,
really
he
is.
really is. We have, here we go, Leslie. He's got it.
Did you fart, mate?
Not at all. Not at all. Oh, Leslie back sideways. Come back here, Jonathan. On the back. Oh, and Jason. Bit of a tank slapper there. Leslie's right up against him now. Is he going to dive down into the hairpin? Oh, he has no, but Jason's covered at the last second there. Goes sideways through onto the corner. 2 laps to go. Let's have a look how the top 2 are doing. Peter rounding penultimate lap. The other drivers haven't even started the last 2 laps. And let's go back on board Leslie. He's still got a move to put on Jason here. Jason's defending adequately. Another dive down into the end. He's done it before he even gets to the corner. Is he going to overshoot his mark? No, he hasn't. And Jason, there we go. He's booked it. And it's going to be very hard for Jason to keep up now, I feel. He just hasn't had the same pace Leslie's had in the wet. Leslie set up his car brilliantly in this wet weather. In fact, I think he's probably put in the best wet weather lap time as we head towards the last lap of DGL 2014. Poor old Steve still there. GTA's Pritham, let's ride on board with him. On our last lap, okay, it's now halfway through as we enter the final sector of the course. I'm rejoined by Jonathan.
I was in the front lines. I saw that move. I saw that was
You
epic.
saw that move.
Absolutely epic.
Again, Leslie overtaking man of the series. And here we go, David Peatham.
Cleanly, mind you.
Cleanly.
All of his overtakes have been absolutely spot on.
Leslie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's my driver my favourite driver of the tournament.
David Beetham crosses the line with 1 lap to go.
1 lap to go. Again, another driver breaking off the racing
The
line.
winner of 2014.
Well, not yet, not quite yet, but
He's
still
got,
has
he's got it in the bag, man.
unless he finds a
Unless his
hole.
car explodes or something. That's unlikely.
What a driver from David. He's gone. Why is he going right? Oh, that being said, he's staying on the grass. Gives us a smile.
I thought he was doing his victory lap.
Dude, give us some drifting, Pete. Dave.
Drift that car, actually.
Drift that car. Down the main straight for the last time in the championship. He really has bossed it. He's shown again. He's the gap between himself and Caddy, 30 seconds, and a minute back to Nate. So
Wow, that's a whole
incredible.
That's a whole pit.
That's a whole pit stop. I think he should finish the race in the pits. With his pit stall. Running the last few corners. The last time he goes around the hairpin, smooth as you like. Takes the corners with 2 fingers on the steering wheel on either side. Here we go. Down the back straight. David Peatham. Is he going for the pits? No. Give us a wave, Dave. around the hairpin for the final time. Down the main straight.
No, it's not the main straight. It's not the main straight.
It is. It's not the main straight. You're
No,
right.
it's the back straight. You blithering idiots.
We've
10
done
minutes.
full retard on the last lap. On the last lap. Takes the inside down into the bridge for the last time.
David.
David Peatham,
David Peter.
Three
It's 12
time-
minutes. It's 12 minutes past 12.
3-time DGL Gran Turismo champion.
And he's done it
Onto the
again.
main straight. 3-time DGL 2014 champion, David Peatham. Round of applause, everyone, please. not as much noise as Call of Duty, but yeah. Well done, David. Let's have a word with David. In fact, come over, David. He's
He
sweating.
has to stay in his car for now.
He's still in his car. There we go. I don't think some of the drivers are going to finish within the time limit, to be honest. There we go, David Peatham wrapping up DGL 2014. Mr. Caddy's now cemented his place in second, and we're just waiting for Nate now. We're just going to pick up that final podium spot, that final PlayStation 4. So we got two foreigners, or 2 nationals in the top 3. We're just waiting for Nate now. He was rounding the last corner, across the line, and there we have it. The final podium spot goes to Nate's WP. 58 seconds behind DTS Peatham. Fantastic driving from him. He's really composed in that final race. But no one could compete with DTS Peatham there. In the wet, the toughest conditions you get. There we go, we have Leslie, there we go, wrapping his, getting a bit of consolation with a 4th place in this final race. Jason will pick up 4th in the championship. Charles, I think, will probably pick up 6th there when he crosses the line. Or 5th, I apologize. 6th place will go to Leslie. I think Speeds is going to pick up 7th. Just 8th, and then Doopy and Justin, wish you were here, 9th and 10th respectively. But let's have a word with our champion. Dave, congrats, man. 3 times champion. You made that one look easy.
Well, it was quite difficult. The race before, the technical difficulties. You know, it was a bit of a pressure on me to do this race.
You seem to have conquered these LMPs. I know they were a problem for you in the past.
Yeah, you taught me how to do it.
Yep.
I did all the hard work basically in the dry. I managed to pull away from my teammate Rob, who was very good this whole tournament. And when the rains came, half a lap on racing hards, I said, let me just go very slow. I can't afford to spin, you know.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. Got into the pits, went straight to full west, didn't even go to intermediates. Right decision, and there's nothing more I can say.
Fantastic. Once again, congratulations, man.
Thanks, Luke.
3 times champion, PlayStation 4. Get in there. Rob. So, man, you flipping drove like a champion in the last few races. Not quite as quick as your teammate today, but still brilliant second place in the championship. You've come for a PlayStation 4 and it's yours now, yeah?
Yeah, you know, hard work the first time here. Hard work, guys. I'm talking, leading to the competition once the regulations was released, it's 3 hours a day. I don't skip Saturdays, Sundays, I don't skip them. I'm online, I'm doing the stuff, testing different conditions, different scenarios. So I was prepared for the wet.
Yeah.
As you can see, my lap times and David were very similar in the wet. We weren't taking much of each other.
For sure, in the wet you were trading lap times. I think you probably brought the gap down a little bit in the wet as well.
So yeah, unfortunately you couldn't make a mistake, which I was hoping. Sorry David, but Cape Town also want to win this competition.
Yeah, there we go.
So maybe next year?
Well, you gave him a fight in the first half of the championship. We were egging you guys on, trying to get you guys to...
I think if I had better results on day one,
yeah,
it would have been a bit stiffer for him.
for sure. But still, a fantastic second place, well deserved. Man, we'll see you next year where you're going to be challenging your team at all the way, I'm assuming.
Yes.
And more fights during the season as well.
Thanks, welcome, and
Yeah.
all the sponsors.
Yeah, for sure. Speedy, it's over, Speedy. You're doing some good lap times in the wet there at some point. What were the conditions like? You were the first to pit as well. What was the reason for that?
Yeah, no, I thought I'll go for I'll wait for the rain, but when the rain didn't come, I went into for hards again, slicks. But then when the rain came, I was one of the first guys to pit indeed.
Yeah.
But it didn't work out because the ideal situation was to wait until the rain really came, and then you put full wets. So I didn't do that, so it didn't work out so well. So the rain pretty much killed me, but at the end I was going for a lap time since I was already last.
Yeah.
Still fun.
Awesome. Congrats, man. I think you finished 7th in the championship, so
Yes.
congrats. Do you remember where you finished last year and the year before?
The first year I was 5th, the last year I was 6th. This year I
Oh,
was
no.
7th. But the competition does get tougher.
It is. What do you think? What do you make of the competition this year compared to previous
Yeah,
years?
it's brilliant, guys. I enjoyed my racing a lot more than any other year, honestly. So
Nice.
everything was lekker.
Yeah,
Honestly, yeah, I really enjoyed it. You do have some hiccups sometimes with the competition.
Sure.
It's a pity some guys pull out, but I, for one, enjoy my racing.
Yeah.
I enjoy the championship, and congrats to
It's
all.
always great having you here. You realize that you're one of only 3 drivers that have raced to the end at all 3 championships now.
Okay, well, that's
So we
good.
love having you here. We'll see you next year, Speedy.
Thanks, Luke.
Nate, our 3rd place man, you did it on the last race, last podium spot. How does that feel? You flawless race throughout there.
I can't believe it. I'm really chuffed. I'm stoked. Troll was flying. I was a bit under pressure towards the start because I knew Troll was doing 47s when he was practicing, and all I did was try to keep it on the track
Yeah.
and took the race as it went. And
Yeah,
just composed, and I saw Troll catching me. But I thought I'm not going to push harder because if I'm going to push hard, I'm going to have the risk of coming off, and I don't want to do that. And then I saw Troll came off, and
That was
so
that.
it was my podium. Yeah.
Congrats, man. 3rd place is yours. Podium position. I'd say you won a PlayStation 4, but I believe you won one in a competition early in the year. Am I correct?
No. The other one, PlayStation 3.
I see. PlayStation 4. There we go. Congrats, man. And I think that is it. That wraps up TGL 2014 on the Gran Turismo side. We have your champion, David Peetham, followed by 2nd place man, GTS Caddy, and Nate in 3rd position in the championship. We release all the other information online, but it's been a fantastic championship. Let's record the prize giving now. That's released starting in a few minutes' time, so thanks for tuning in.